What's poppin', people? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. We have some friendlies. And by this I mean an extended hostage situation as the mill player tries to get through 300 instances of keyword blocker. Yeah, so this one should be pretty fun. Well, fun to spectate as neither of us have anything in the game. You and me at home, dear chatter, we're just here. Just being chill, guys. We're chilling. Oh, we're looking at a Thunder Gun. We are going to pitch off with the low A, and we are going to go into the terriermon, which is going to pop the DarkKnightmon on board, which means we get our second Nene name. So now everything has blocker, and now we can Necro across. Speaking of, right on cue, as we pass over with the Rehi, we're going to de-digivolve him back down to a 4. As we make the DarkKnightmon using the resources from underneath. Alright. Swing in does hit a second DarkKnightmon, so long day to be a Jaegerloemon, as we are going to get our third Koichi out. This one, at least the pitch one, and we're going to make the Rehi from trash. Well, yeah, making the sources from trash. Passes over 3 once again, so it is asking to be de-digivolved. Do get a little, you know, speaking of, straight back down we go. This time at least the Koichi goes down. We are going to swing in with the one hit off of the Lord Knight. Well, Lord Knight X, rather. Put some respect on his name. And down comes the Skullknightmon with the Digicross. Gets the pick up and trashes off the Nene. And we're going to move out the memory setter here. Pitch off 2, though, of the 2 Koichis. I mean, there's technically 3, so it could have done even further. And we're going to do the Dustmon to change the color of the Lord Knight. Going to swing, turn into... Okay, we're not going to be turning into Velga. I said this was Mill Hybrid. I actually just straight up lied to you, gang. This is MagnaGarurumon. Man wants to resolve darkness into light, thunder into gunfire as many times as physically possible. Right now, though, we've made a board of 4 people. The Koichi squad got hands, and then we jet Sylphie just for good measure on the finish. Delicioso. No rookies the whole game, huh? Kind of interesting. Thinking about okay, so we are going to get the de-digivolve back down to a tamer. The joys of trying to remove bodies and they just simply continue to exist. I'm going to shove over the Dark Knight that can't swing. We're going to swing, go straight through that jet Sylphie with collision, and then it does pretty much just free play out the tamer once again. Looks like we're going to be pitching off a Dustmon and one more. In goes the Dustmon. This time we finally commit to darkness as we're going to mill 2. I feel like we should have been milling more than 2 though, because there's blue, black, and purple on board, right? So surely we should have milled for like 3. Yeah, so slight misplay there. I actually don't think it matters though, as we're going to continue to do the big thing. Float out into Koichi and float out into a Dark Knight. So both of them continuing to just make blocker and then blocker. And because he didn't kill him, now we're at like the weird situation where things get a little bit awkward. I'm gonna make... Oh. Darkness into light, thunder into gunfire, MagnaGarurumon, grah! Alright, gonna put something in the bottom of security, and then we're gonna make a MagnaGarurumon to swing through and go the promo over it, swing into game 2.
Matrix Digivolution.
Yeah, today's sponsor is me. I appreciate everyone supporting me as they have, and there are plenty of other ways to support. The memberships, Twitch Prime, and all of that are great ways to do so, and just making sure that in addition to slapping like down and making sure you are subscribed, there are plenty of other things that I do that I really love doing and take a lot of work, and appreciate if you guys also gave them a shout and gave us some honest feedback on them, because the only way we can make them better is if people tell us what they like and dislike. But yeah, that's it for today's sponsor. Appreciate you if you didn't skip it. Back to the video. Big thank you to everyone that has been supporting the channel thus far. Every single one of you is appreciated. We want to appreciate by name the Mega, just Josh, as an ultimate here on YouTube, as well as a tier 3 on Twitch. Then for our ultimates, the Tommy NT, Tommy Tricks on the sticks, 3 Strike Rule, Brad, and King of Knights. Then for the champion, Shinny Carry, Coffee Deus, DHM over on the left. Solar Ouroboros, Andy Fing, Squid Eater, Benji Gibber, Thomas Yates, Kenneth Smith, the Mart FGC, Donkey, Chava, and All Force Magna. If we do get to go into a third game, as this was played after bracket was done, then I'll try and get the rest of you out, as we do have an Uko matched by finally seeing a Monitormon and a Nene come down. So blocker box is enabled, and we got the floodgates kind of just being passed here, as we are going to set up with a Takoji, and Koichi's there, so there's 3 beautiful lads in the back, ready to cause some mischief. Monitormon coming down, and we're going to Digicross to pop the Koichi before he can give himself an inherit. It'd be really funny if the Koichi had an on-delete effect, like the Nene does, like as a tamer. Like, what happens if you push him down the stairs before he turns into a hybrid? Alright, down comes the Veemon. We do have a Koichi in the back, so we are set up really, really nicely. Oh, down comes the Shadow Seraphi Ace. So, yep, this is something that you do actually have to respect in this deck. So, full clears the board, and we pick up the Lord Knight and put the Nene under Nene, because it is one such card. So, you can stack the Nene under Nene as a legal target. It's not only funny, but it is mandatory. Speaking of funny, immediately Digivolving the Shadow Seraphi Ace. So, all he did was allow for a play extension, I guess, as much as we did clear the board. And speaking of ace, we go band for band, as we're going to have the Dark Knight come down, Digivolve, and then because it's now smaller, it has collision, so then they collide, and then Retail pops it, and then it floats into a Deadly Axe? I think that was Deadly Axe? Maybe that's KnTElixar. I don't know, bro. I think that's Deadly Axe. I looked away, and a Jet Sylphimon is here. We've got a Memory Blocker, we've got an Ukomon, we've got the chance to, de-digivolve? Yes, we'll de-digivolve the one target. And then that can't digivolve, so we will not be blasting. We're going to swing in, and it hits an Analog Youth, which pitches off 3 things. Unlucky Bozo. I think that was the Susan option, so I think Susan is there. We're going to go Collision, as we are going to pierce through. Didn't go in with Alliance, though, I guess. And now we've got the Skull Knight. So now we still have Nene, and Nene. Alright, in we go. And just gonna clear off another one. We're just slowly getting rid of the bodies that need to be punched over. This actually can swing the 2, and then we're going to go into DarkKnightmon. We're going to pop Nene and swing. So we do have a third game coming our way, and that means we have a chance to say thank you to the rookies: Greatness Beam, Balfi, Bonsai Beard, Turtle Sovereign, Ale, and Samuel Larson. Then for the Digi Eggs, we got Jambo TCG on the right, John Esposito, Rose Pierce, Christian Royal, Solander Saints, Yuxo, Evan Turner, Onyx Arlen, Jean Munoz, Gray, Gimme That Gaming, Phil and Hollow, King Fujitoro, Crown Sound, Sato, Bradley Exton, Walter Caceres, and Surely Not Picked. And surely not going to be opening up with a rookie on this one side, as we are going to see finally the Ukomon turn 2 here for the purple hybrid player, but the Evo KnTElixar is seeing a little bit more play in Harry's list, because we realized that the promo Skull Knight, if you turn into Dark Knight X, he's not Twilight tagged anymore, so he no longer has the Sec +1. So this is a way of kind of having a little bit more of a generic Sec +1. Gonna go into a Lobo here, as a reminder, this is the light hybrid, as we're gonna yoink out that MagnaGarurumon. I'm sure we'll be using it later, but first let's get an escalator prone protagonist poised and ready at the top of the vertical step rise. Gonna get a pitch off here as one of the Skull Knights hits the trash, but the other one is tucked safely under Nene. Digicross, down comes Dark Knight, which means we get to de-digivolve and pop the Lobo. Okay. The Ukomon, I guess, isn't as much... Okay, the Ukomon obviously is very annoying, because every time something digivolves, you're going to be getting the extra draw, but also the extra hatch, but it's really just whether he pushes stuff out. In fact, I'm kind of surprised he didn't push out the Chicory, because it would at least stop him from digicrossing. Like, surely against digicross, this is how you do it. Maybe he's saving it for later to try and like play for the crackback. We have a big enough thing in security that we are going to be floating out. It does not matter, as we go in for a 2-check beat stick. Turn into Dark Knight X, no longer Twilight tagged. Pop the Memory Setter. Which makes sense, because otherwise the Memory Setter would be like loading 300 things. Not going to be picking up the Susan Ace here, as funny as it would be, as we're on 1 security to 5. Blocker box everywhere. Dusk into Velga. Velga mill 3. Again, I feel like we should have been milling more, because if you're changing its color from black-purple, it's purple-black and blue-black. I think they just haven't realized that, you know, Kiriha is their standing Tipo. You know, he is part of the team, I guess. But yeah, the Chikuri actually being out makes a lot of sense now. And you know, speaking of, we're going to resolve the Thunder Gun once more. So that gets Beetlemon in there, Lobo, Koichi, go into the Magna, spin some bodies, clear the board. And we've got the Floodgate now down. So holding on to the Chikuri until it was in a position where it wouldn't just get YOLO popped was really clean. Of course, once again, we are going to send the TV into security. You lob that CRT from the top shelf. Ooh, this is going to be an expensive Digicross. Yep, has to pay full cost for it. We're going to get the Digivolve down. The Koichi returns back. But what if I just pulled out my second gun? This is going to be the tallest Koichi of all time as we go once again. Darkness into light, thunder into gunfire. Woo! It's kind of weird, interesting that it doesn't get like stupid tall if he's already got the sources. We're going to make the MagnaGarurumon, of course, but more importantly, we do have the heal. And then we're going to go into the second promo MagnaGarurumon as it heals itself to the bottom of security, swinging the Ukos. And we're going to, well, we're thinking about one choking, but obviously there's a mem setter. We are going to make it. Lack of rush bodies here, really important. Really, really important as we're going to go Nene to Necro Cross. DarkKnightmon. Dark Knight with the sec attack and the low taper fade in the form of plus 1k DP as a blocker. Push out the Uko is going to check some bodies. We are going to hatch, of course. We're going to pitch. We're getting close to potentially finishing out this game or getting kicked out of the shop. One of these two is going to happen first. We're going to go Loemon. Loemon. Oh, he's doing it again. Wait, is this off of a pitch? Yeah, but no, it's off of a return. So we're swinging. Tries to get through. We are going to die. Out comes the Koichi now without 300 inherits, but we are going to go. Get blocked once again as he tries to be cheeky, and down comes the Thunder Gun once more. When it's sped up to 2.5 times speed, it looks like it resolves really, really fast, but this joint in real life would be taking ages, even if it's the five same inherits as before. Got memory blocker down now as we've got 2 cards in security. We're going to Digicross from the field. And we're going to go into the Dark Knight. Dark Knight going to Digivolve the Magna. Never mind, I guess it doesn't. It swings through though. It does die. It does float into Skull Knight. And we do pick up the Dark Knight. You know, Batman going to make an appearance, I think, as we Necro Cross once again with the Nene. Nene and Skull Knight. Down it goes. We're going to pick up the Dark Knight. Dark Knight with the Digivolve. And start of main, we pitch off the Koichi, make another Floodgate. We Rihi? Scooby-Doo for game? Gets to play out a Takuya Koji. We're going to add back the Thunder Gun. We are going to block, and guess what's coming for the low cost of 3 memory? Down comes Darkness into Light, Thunder into Gunfire. We're going to load up the 5 once again as he goes through his full trash, trying to find a piece to try and get rid of something. Takuya Koji going to evolve into the Magna, is going to spin something, but is not going to be able to finish out the game. The DarkKnightmon can swing, I think? I actually don't know why the Magna couldn't swing. It had the Takuya. We're going to Shadow Seraphi to clear the board once again, and down comes yet another Digivolve probably on the cards as we're going to, we're Digicrossing for the Skull Knight Cavalier, and then we're going to DarkKnightmon, we're going to Overflow, we're going to try and get it again, then we're going to Protoform, is what I would say if we weren't on the last card that we have left. So we're just going to have to slam this for 12, we are going to swing, and as much as he would love to hold him fully hostage for everything, we are just going to scoop it up before we get kicked out of the shop. If you like what you saw and you do want to see more, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Big thank you to both of these for playing some silly stuff on camera. We're nearly at 3k. Try and get us to that number by the end of the year. It would be fantastic. If today's your birthday, then happy birthday. And as always, have yourselves a damn good one.